Hi guys, welcome to my videos. So guys, today in this video I'm going to discuss my opinion about IRCC's approach of only inviting Canadian experience class under express entry. Before I proceed further, I would like to clarify that neither I am a decision maker nor an expert. So whatever I tell in this video is my opinion that is based on my research and analysis, and I could be proved 100% wrong as well. So I won't be liable for anything if you take anything out of this video. Alright guys, so let's start. So guys, so starting this year we have seen only CEC and PNP invitations under express entry. PNP where provinces get some autonomy to select their own candidates, and then they invite these people under express entry to apply at the federal level. Anyway, now the harmful side of this is not only that IRCC is not inviting potential candidates, those who could be proven very effective in adjusting into Canadian economy and growing it, but on the other hand it is also affecting certain areas of demand. I would tell you how. So those who get invited under CEC, they have like Canadian work experience. So who are these people? Mostly these are the people those who are working here, maybe on an open work permit like postgraduate work permit, spouse open work permit, or maybe on a closed work permit, because when I was invited I was also on a closed work permit. So the point here is these guys are already, mostly, I won't say all, mostly are already employed. So they have some job they are working in, and once they get the invitation they get the PR. If they are on closed work permit, they have the flexibility to switch to any employer because their closed work permit is no longer required. And this is true for even those who have on open work permit. They can anyway switch, and even if their work permit is going to expire, they have the option of bridging open work permit. So getting an invitation means definitely like they get the opportunity to switch, and then prolong their stay in Canada legally. Those things are fine, but the point here is like these guys are already mostly already employed. So that means the sectors where there are labor shortages, where the real workers are needed, they are not gonna get much benefit out of it. Although IRCC is still gonna reach its immigration target, like they have 401,000 candidates to be invited this year, and we are already in November. I won't be surprised if they don't invite anyone from federal skilled worker, but I don't think this is gonna put any benefit to Canadian businesses, because anyway most of these candidates are already in Canada. So how it's gonna benefit? I don't think it's gonna benefit, because ultimately it's like these candidates are already in. And moreover, at this time, like very high qualified candidates, very high scoring candidates, those who have excellent language skills, those who have excellent skills, those who have great work experience, they are not getting any invitation. So that hurts not only the candidates, those who are eagerly waiting for more than a year, but also economy. So I think this is an area the government needs to do something. Again, it's the government decision and I cannot do anything about it, but this is what I think is something that is impacting all. Thanks for watching this guys. I'll keep you guys updated.